Welcome back everybody. It's day 11. It's our first 20-minute session, so I'm going to bring it back to the floor so we can work from here for most of the class, and I'll be introducing some pranayama, some breathing exercises near the end of class before relaxation. I'd like to preface that today's class also has a bit of movement on our knees, so make sure you've got cushioning on the floor or a towel or something, a bit of padding, as we do these little flip dogs on the knees and we're turning that leg, pivoting from the kneecap. So make sure the knees feel safe and that you feel safe. Let's get going. So we're onto our knees. We're going to work just some of that wrist therapy stretching that we did back on day 1. So hands are close to the knees and just circling very gently. So the body weight is coming across and over the hands, shoulders circling over the top of them. Go both directions. That's it. Turn the fingers out to the sides, left to right. Gently move side to side, maybe a little bit forward, maybe a little bit back. And then taking them around as far as you can, so turning both outwards towards the knees. They can be close or far away, so depending on how the wrists feel, how that stretch is working through the hands. Lean back. As always, you're going to feel it through the lower elbow or below the elbow. You're going to feel it through the lower wrist. Holding here and breathing, moving a little bit side to side, teasing out the tissues. Make sure that breath is coming in and out through the nose if that's possible, if it's unblocked. Try to keep it nice and slow and gentle. Lean forward, spin your hands forward. If you need to tap the toes, if they've been tucked under. And then we're going to gently flip them the other way. So one wrist, you can do one at a time, and let's do that today. Let's move this out of the road. So tuck that right wrist under, left hand is flat. Lift up, and then just gently create some fists. Pulling that thumb and finger in, touch your thumb across to each finger, flip it back, and then do the other side. So left wrist tucks under, or left hand tucks under. Create a few fists, pulling them in, pushing them down to the floor. Rotating or moving. You can roll, touch the thumb to each finger, and then press it flat. Lean forward. And just sit back for a moment, circle your wrists forward, backwards, even lifting the hands up, pushing the palms to the ceiling, a gentle lean to the right, and a little bit to the left. And one more each side. Over, inhale up, exhale to the left. Inhale up. Come back to hands and knees. So a few of our cat arches, the hunching, dropping down, the doming, the lifting up. So dropping down as you look up, lifting up, tucking the head, tucking the tail, pushing those hands down, keeping the shoulders strong. Same time, while you're doing this, maybe integrating a bit of our little shoulder push-ups as you drop down, and even as you lift up and dome up, just change it up. Exploring a bit of movement, even a little side to side bend, like you're wagging the tail. That's it. Lift up, dome, drop down, look up. Exhale to lift up. Inhale to drop down. And one more, lift up as you breathe out. So we're going to work with the kneeling kickstand. And the kneeling kickstand is the preliminary position eventually as we move into flip dog. The safety message that I like to put across to students is any time that we're taking weight just on one hand and one arm is to keep the shoulder approximately above the wrist. That means that force of gravity is pushing straight down. In essence, we're not too far away where there's a lot more stress that can occur here in different parts of the shoulder joint. When we're here, we push the hand down into the floor. That keeps the shoulder away from the ears and allows this strength to occur around the rotator cuff muscles of the shoulder. So as we work with this kickstand, we're going to take the right foot back, turn the toes to the right, like we would when we're working with Tiger. We lift that right foot up, bend the knee, and that left foot that's on the floor, slide that foot out about 45 degrees, out to your left. And then let the right foot come down as you push the left hand into the floor, shoulder above the wrist. As you can see, this right foot's come behind. Hopefully that feels safe for your legs. Maybe the right arm lifts up. Maybe you can stretch it out. Keep this left hand pushing into the floor. Breathing here. If you need to come down at any point, please do. Safety is imperative. Right hand lowers. Come back onto hands and knees. Wriggle through your hips. Come off the hands. Gently circle the wrists. So we'll try the other side. So I will spin around to work as a mirror. So hands and knees first. That left foot is going out, pulling the toes to the knee. Turn them out to your left, lifting that left leg higher. The right foot and knee that's on the floor, just turn that foot out to the right. Maybe 45 degrees, maybe a little bit less. Bend that left knee in and let that foot gently fall to the floor. Wherever it lands, make sure that right shoulder keeps pushing down over the right wrist. Left arm up to the ceiling, maybe up and over the body. It will feel awkward for the lower body. Maybe you can squeeze the glutes to push the hips forward. Breathing here, working with your flexibility in the way the body feels. Make sure it feels safe. Lower down, left hand back, back to hands and knees. Wiggle through the hips. If you need to come off the hands, gently circle those wrists. It's good to just move from side to side just to keep the hands from feeling overworked. So we'll come back to that first side again. Come back to hands and knees. Right leg is going back. Pull the toes to the knee as you turn them out to the right, activating the external rotators. You can bend the knee first, or you can keep it there, out and straight, before you turn that left foot. It's up to you. So the left foot starts to turn out, right heel pulls in, and let the body gently fall. Left shoulder is above the hand. Right arm, maybe it stretches out. Again, right now I'm on the ball of my foot, but maybe the foot can be flat. So explore it. Make sure that left kneecap feels safe. Breathe into the belly. Squeeze the glutes, maybe push the hips forward. Awesome. Lower the right hand, come back to hands and knees. Wiggle through the hips. And we'll do the left side. So hands and knees. That left leg is shooting back. Toes pull back to the knee. Turn it out to the left. Again, if you want to try this side the other way, heel into the glutes first. Let that right foot slide out to the right, about 45 degrees. That left foot comes down. Left arm lifts. Maybe you can squeeze the hips, pushing them forward. Left arm reaches up over the top of the head. Breathing. That right arm, that safety, the shoulder is above the wrist. Pushing that hand into the floor, keeping that shoulder active. Lower back. Wiggle through your hips. If you need to come off the wrist, circle them. Awesome. And I'll show you what the flip dog looks like now, just while we're here. We're doing it from downward dog. That right foot will lift. You can bend the knee. That left foot is going to slowly turn to the side. Right foot comes down, left arm lifts. So it looks very similar, in a way, to this. We're just having this left knee on the ground for now. So I just wanted to give you just an insight to where we're heading. So come off the hands if you need. Coming back onto the knees now, we're going to do what's called thread the needle. You're in this tabletop shape, hands and knees. The right hand is going to slide under behind that left wrist, lowering down onto the side of the ear, the right shoulder, holding and breathing. Maybe the left hand can walk away from the face if it's close to the face, pushing that hand into the floor. We're trying to just gently get a twist through the spine. I like to explore pushing my hips side to side, normally pushing the hips out to the right. You get a deeper stretch down that right side. Take some breath. Even the arm that's on the floor, that right arm, just push it gently, engage it into the ground. And that can also help just activate the right shoulder as you breathe. And then bring that left hand back close, push on it, slowly lift up. As you come out, wriggle through the hips, even a few cat-cows up and down. And then we're doing the other side. So right hand's going to help support the body. Left arm's going to slide under. You're sliding down onto that left shoulder, left side of the head. Maybe that right hand moves out away. Explore the hips. Move a little bit to the left. Usually more to the left, we'll get that deeper stretch down the left side. As you breathe, the right hand can push a little bit harder into the floor to help try to take that right shoulder up to the ceiling, helping twist the spine here. That left arm that's on the floor, gently push that left arm down into the floor, engaging that left shoulder, the deltoids. And then that right hand gently pushes down, come out of there, wriggle through your hips, gently up and down again, arching and doming. So if you've got a chair now, or a bolster or cushion, we're going to sit on here, we're going to work a little bit of the alternate nostril breath, introducing the alternate nostril breathing. So again, if you're on a chair or on a cushion, comfortably on the chair with the chest up, the cushion, trying to get the hips higher so the knees can drop down to the floor. Some people may sit in this diamond position where your hips are on the bolster, if that feels fine for the tops of the feet. Sometimes the bones can push into the floor. You might need a rug under those feet. Roll the shoulders back and down. It's a very gentle technique. What we're doing is we're going to breathe in through one nostril at a time. We're going to breathe in through the left as we close the right nostril, then out through the right. In through the right side, and close it and out through the left. And it's literally left, out right, in right, out left, side to side for a few rounds. And we do it with our eyes closed if that feels safe for you. If you've got glasses like me, sometimes lifting them up off the nose can help and assist as well. Whichever hand you'd like to use, left or right, can be thumb, pointer finger, or first and second finger resting in the crook of the nose, and that thumb and opposite fingers will gently push into the flares of the nostril. Be gentle with the nose as we do this side to side. Closing down the eyes, resting the hands. That free hand can be on the knees of the lap. Chest is lifting up and forward. Gently close the right nostril. Inhale through the left. Close the left and exhale through the right. In through the right side. Close right and exhale through the left. In through the left. Close out through the right. And in through the right side. Out through the left. In through the left. Out through the right. In through the right. Out through the left. One more round. In left. Out through the right. In through the right. Out through the left. Keep the eyes closed, release the hand back to the knees or lap. Awareness to your breath. Very simple mindfulness meditation. Allow the shoulders, the face, teeth and jaw to be soft. Just notice that regulation of the breath as it moves in and out of the body. If the mind gets distracted, bring it back to the feel and the sound of the breath in the body. And then just gently, quietly make your way back to shavasana, relaxation shape, onto the floor. If you need support, you can always have a cushion under the knees, or a towel, or a rug or pillow under the head. Just laying back, finding stillness, hands out to the side, breathing, softening, surrendering, letting go. Wriggle fingers and toes, starting to deepen the breath once again into the body. Lift the arms above your head, stretch and lengthen, even push the palms away from you, point the toes, pull them back, circle the ankles. You can roll to one side into that recovery shape, or you can gently bring the knees to the chest to rock up. We close the practice. So sitting comfortably, we're going to lift the arms as you inhale. Bring the hands together at prayer above the head. Bring that back to the heart, thumbs against the sternum, gently bowing forward. That love and respect for self and each other and the teachings.